What is up, Card Breaker Nation? How are we doing today? My apologies for no episode last week. I actually came down with COVID 3 years after the whole entire pandemic. I was not feeling up to it. I was trying my best. Sorry about that. And I am not muted right here. Oh my gosh. So yeah, let me mute that real quick. And yeah, we just didn't do an episode yesterday because of Thanksgiving. I hope everyone's Thanksgivings were a good time. How's your Thanksgiving?
It was good, man. Got to hang out with the fam. Got to see my little baby niece. Love that little girl, man. She's awesome. Got some other nieces as well, hanging out with C Kizzle at the fam at the house, man. Good dinner. Pops always brings the heat, man. The chef turkey was phenomenal. Appetizers were off the chain. So yeah, definitely a fun time, Gilly. How about you, bro?
It was good. I stayed a little bit low key because my dad now has what I had. Had one of his friends, bring over some food, so that was cool. Had a nice little calm Thanksgiving.
Nice.
All right, so we're just gonna go right into it with the topics because it's been 2 weeks. And for the first topic, we have a huge mess up in the hobby, but this time it's not Fanatics. It is actually Panini. Ultimate Box Breaks on YouTube was ripping the 2023 Panini Prism Draft Picks hobby boxes and happened to pull the Victor Wembanyama Nebula 1 of 1 rookie, which is only supposed to be in the Panini choice boxes. This is the biggest card out of the whole entire set, and it ended up getting put into the wrong product. And we have the video right here of the guy pulling the Nebula out of a hobby box when it was supposed to be in the choice box. That's just really bad quality control there. I know we've bitched about Fanatics quality control, but this might take the cake. I'm not gonna lie. I've never seen anything like this.
Yeah, man. It's crazy. These are the basic things you would think a company that produces a lot would be able to QC these specific types of items, but uh, was he pro? He was not pro uni in that, right? It was still college uni because it was draft picks, right?
Yeah, it was the
So
Metropolitan, whatever the hell it was. What was it? It was like the Metropolitan 97s or something crazy like that.
something like that. So
74s. Yeah, I'm not too sure with the French league, so excuse me there.
that's true. But yeah, I mean these are the basic things that you would think we gotta figure out. But at the same time, they want to make this whole inserting these cards into these boxes a completely and utterly automated system so that there's no hands involved, in order to kind of keep the luster of nobody has control of what's put in these boxes. The machine does it, right? So that it's not like, oh, okay, cool, I put the 1 of 1 Wemby in this box, let me give it to this person so that I make sure that this guy hits it. So some of these things are going to be expected, but the fact that these mistakes are happening on some of the biggest cards of these sets does definitely leave a little bit of a nasty taste in your mouth. I mean, with the double and triple superfractors from Bowman, now putting the 1 of 1 Nebula in the wrong product, it's like, with everything that's going on, man, they've got to get better at this stuff in order to not keep causing more and more rifts in the hobby. So Panini, a little disappointed in you not getting that one right. But again, these things, if you're fully automating it, it's bound to happen, I guess. But I don't even know how you'd QC that afterwards. Anyways, it would have to be like you'd have to be done
I don't even
beforehand.
know.
It's going into this batch or something like that. But
Yeah, I
hey,
wonder what that's gonna entail. Like, I wonder if they're gonna try to like if Fanatics gonna try to put that in the lawsuit of like just them being like incompetent, like trying to take over.
yeah, I mean, at this point, this whole lawsuit is just people dragging their feet. I don't think anything's coming of it. What's done is done, right? The merger slash hostile takeover is happening 2026. I don't think it's happening before that. I don't think either side's got enough of a case to change what's already in place and change any existing deals between the NFLPA, MLBPA, NBAPA, and then the actual leagues themselves. I don't think there's enough on either side for somebody to go, well, you've caused so much irreparable damage that it doesn't even make sense that you have it. Because in the same breath, everything that you're trying to point fingers at Panini. If you're Fanatics, Fanatics is already done. Everything Fanatics trying to point fingers at Panini, Panini's already done. So, that's what's the crazy thing about all this back and forth between these two guys is these two companies is like you guys are saying that this company's doing this, but then the other company's doing the exact same thing. You know what I'm saying? So is it going to be better? We want it to be better. We're hoping that it's better. You have the backbone of the largest sports memorabilia and sports gear company in the world, trying to take over, what we all love is these sports cards. And we need to know that we got to be able to trust the company. And I know over the last couple of years, there's been those time to time where people are like, man, what is Panini doing? Why is this quality control so bad? All the stuff of like, well, the silver prism, but like, what was it? The Lamellos, right? I know they were talking when the LaMelo Ball silver prisms came out. They were $2,000 if you got PSA 10, right? They said that the average person had to hit 12 of them to get a PSA 10. If you submitted everyone that you got, one of those 12 was a PSA 10. They're like, what's up with this, with the quality control? And then there was a whole back thing where somebody from Panini had jumped out and said, well, we make them bad quality on purpose so that it makes you want to chase it longer and harder. So man, I don't know. Like this one, that sucks, but
you can't make every card perfect. But
you can't make every card perfect because everybody got PSA 10s would be no value to anything. That's for sure. And we don't want to end up in another junk wax era.
You can't be putting nebulas in.
You definitely can't be putting nebulas in the wrong box. That's for sure. Because now what are you going to do when Choice comes out? Is that not going to be a hit, or is there going to be two now? That's the golden question now. When you lose that kind of faith in their quality control, it's like, okay, cool. But now when Draft Picks Choice comes out, are we going to hit the nebula there?
I don't even know. I don't know if they even commented on that publicly, so I don't know. But yeah, on the next topic, this actually broke on November 14th. This is a 10-day-year-old story. DA Card World has the 150K Anthony Volpe bounty. I'm sure everyone's heard about it. I know in the same amount of time, somebody else, a private seller, has a 100K bounty on the MLB debut of Jordan Walker as well. I'm actually surprised I have not seen more bounties on these cards, but we have seen a lot of the cards sold already. 10 have already surfaced from what I've been seeing. The lowest one that's sold has been like 4K, and that's just like, some random no-name guy. I mean, 4K for that. I mean, in my opinion, these are your true one-on-ones. This is the biggest card in this is the biggest MLB cards right now, other than the next time I'm going to talk about. These are the biggest MLB rookie cards right now. These cards are absolutely nasty. I want to pull one so bad. Us pulling one would be awesome. So the deals with these cards too, we have a lot of Breaker Delight boxes. These cards are actually only in the Breaker Delight boxes, the actual card. If you're pulling jumbos, hobbies, blasters, whatever you're pulling, anything that's not a Breaker's Delight, this card will be a redemption. And these cards come out of 1 out of 85,000 packs or so. So this is like a big chase. This is like a really huge, big chase. And I think it's great for the hobby, man. I think it's really great for the hobby.
I definitely agree. I mean, you can't make it any more true of a one of one. If you're physically taking the patch off that guy's jersey, slapping it on a card, and like you said, inserting one in every 80,000 packs, it works out to probably one in every 8,000 boxes or so if you're looking at like a jumbo hobby. Yeah, and even down the road, I mean, if this becomes the yearly thing, is it always going to be in Chrome Update? That is one question. Are they going to start trying to slide these into other products, or is it strictly going to be this is it? The one debut is this, and that's the only place you could pull them in is Chrome Update. Are they going to try to slip in another debut patch for regular Topps Chrome and stuff like that? I definitely think it's wild. I hope to God we got about a case left of the 4 jumbos that we got, another case or so of Breakers Delights, man. I'm hoping it's back there. I would love to see somebody from the Card Breaker Nation take home one of these debut patches, especially the Volpe. We got some diehard Yankees fans in the group. Guys that have taken
I want
the
to see us pull
Yankees.
Cody Senga too. I'd like to
Cody
see.
Senga would be sick too. Yeah, for the Metis.
I'd like to see the Cody. I'm just curious of like how much the Cody Senga would really be. I feel like that'd be a pretty big.
You got a strong market, man. Mets fans, just like Browns fans. We've been through it
You
all.
got
We've
Mets fans
dealt
and you
with it.
got the Japanese fans too, and a lot of Asian people they like to collect cards. That's why you have all the team all boxes and all stuff like that. And Danny sending me stuff on Instagram when he could be on this podcast, and he is not, and that is true.
Oh man, but yeah, definitely. I love the
Insane.
concept. Definitely
Yeah,
love
I
the
love the
concept
concept.
debut for sure.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely curious to see, especially next year. Like, yeah, if they're doing this and that Yamamoto kid from Japan, wherever he signs, if he's gonna get MLB debut, I'm curious how much that card will go for because that kid is an animal. I was also seeing something that Yamamoto wants to go to a team with another Japanese player on there, but there are a couple of Japanese free agents out there too. So who knows? We'll see. I don't know where he's going to sign. I don't think he's going to sign to the Yankees. I think Brian Cashman pissed off his agent because him and Giancarlo Stanton had the same agent, and yeah, Brian Cashman did not say lovely things about Giancarlo Stanton, which is just the dude needs to get fired. I'm personally tired of him. Personally tired. Yeah, but on to the next topic. The hitting variant of the Babe Ruth Shohei Ohtani card got pulled by Phil Baum on November 20th. The pitching variation is still out there. In my opinion, it's like at least $100,000 card. This thing is absolutely nasty. Kind of upset to see that it's a redemption, though. I was hoping that they would put them in the boxes, but still sick nonetheless. And this one came out of, oh my God, Topps what? Topps definitive, not definitive, was it?
No, it
Yeah,
was
it's top.
yeah, definitive. Sorry.
It's Topps
Yep.
definitive. Yeah, I'm
Yep.
losing it. Yeah, no, Tom, what's your opinion on this?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, anything with Babe Ruth cut signatures, man. I mean, like I said, we had the National Treasures Babe Ruth cut signature error pulled by one of our local card shops here, one of his regulars, that had the George Brett auto. I think I don't know how
That's
much
when we're
more
still
of
getting
this.
products from him too, right? We're still getting like natural. Imagine we had that box. That'd be crazy. That would be
Oh man,
nuts.
yeah, yeah, we haven't bought from him in a minute. He was
Yeah,
early on, but the fact that there's two, the question is how much more Babe Ruth, documents do you have that you can cut his signature out of? It's like how much further can they go with this? So eventually these are going to run out, and that's going to be it. They're taking up old contracts, old phone bills, whatever they can get their hands on, that has his signature on it. So yeah, I agree. I mean, especially with Shohei taking home,
his second MVP
MVP, second MVP,
would be
Babe
his
Ruth.
third, but shout out to Aaron Judge. Shout out to Aaron
Yes.
Judge.
Um, I like the pitching one probably better. The hitting one's cool, but I'm definitely excited to see, who can pull the hitting one or the
No, the
pitching
hitting
one,
one's the one that just got
or
pulled.
the hitting one pulled the who pulls the pitching one as well.
Yeah,
But yeah, I agree. Even if it's maybe a 75 or $100,000 card now, once that stuff runs out, probably within the next 5 to 10 years, it's just going to double in value. That's something you get, you encapsulate it, just authenticate it. I wouldn't even grade it, just encapsulate it and just say, here it is, and just leave it encapsulated and have it stand the test of time. Whoever hits that, I doubt that you see it go to market unless it goes straight to one of the big auction houses, with probably a pretty hefty reserve on it. Cause I probably wouldn't let it, like, personally, if I hit it, unless it was, I'm desperately in need of money, I'm probably holding out for like $250,000 or something like that down the
my
road.
yeah, no, my I wouldn't accept less than 150 for it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely going to be up there for
I
sure.
wouldn't accept less than 150 for it. That's just me though. So for the next topic, this is a little fun topic. Josh Young confirmed that he drew on his signed rookie card in Topps Heritage, claiming, and this is a direct quote from him, he thought it would be fun to throw a little Easter egg out into the hobby. So on his one of one card, when it gets pulled up, you'll see, Tom, it's very interesting to say the least. His card has
Yeah.
he drew glasses on himself and he drew a mustache with the signature. So I personally think this is just awesome for the hobby. It shows like the lighter, more fun side of just like collecting cards that are just like unique to your collection, like a true one of one.
Yeah. I mean, look what Wemby did with the whole green refractor from Bowman Chrome U. Like that made that whole product spin for a little while. I wish he probably would have done it something a little cooler than Topps Heritage, but definitely still dope nonetheless. Like you said, it's fun to have something that, I don't even think that was technically a 1-of-1. He wrote the 1-of-1 on it, which makes it its own 1-of-1, I guess, in retrospect, because he did it. Which is cool. I wouldn't doubt we see more people trying to do some fun stuff like this, making one of the 10,000 cards that they're hand signing with the, actual on card signature. Doing something fun like that just to make it even cooler, because then, you got a talking piece for your collection for the rest of your life if you had something cool like that.
Oh yeah, I know for sure, for sure. Guys, let's get the chat popping a little bit. I see three of you guys are watching. Let's get the chat popping a little bit. How's everyone's Thanksgiving? How's everyone's day so far? Black
What's up,
Friday. Did
man?
anyone get any good deals? So yeah, let's get the chat popping a little bit. I'll talk to you guys for sure, for sure. And for new releases, we have two new releases this week that already came out. We have the Topps Museum, which we actually currently have up right now on the page. If you are watching on YouTube, our description, our uh, our Facebook group is in this description, and it's down below on the video. And also, we have the new Card Breakers website where if you are not even in the Facebook group, you guys can go and buy teams. So go check out the website. It's pretty cool. We put a lot of time and effort into it compared to the old website, and yeah, it's very seamless, easy process there too.
Yep, card-breakers.com. All the breaks that we post in the Facebook group are also available there. For those of y'all that don't have Facebook and you're just finding us on YouTube and you want to still jump on one of our breaks, because again, do your research, nation. Our prices are phenomenal. We're going to get out there. We're going to be with the market or better every time. I'm fighting always to get you guys the best deals. Museum collection, even according to companies like Break Comps, we're in the top 10 as far as best pricing. Hoops,
Shout out Break Comps.
yeah, Hoops, same thing, nation. We're one of the only groups that actually has a PYT up, doing quarter cases below retail. So we're out there fighting for y'all, nation. So yeah, come check us out, man. Like I said, if you don't have Facebook and that's been the only thing that stops you from jumping in our breaks, card-breakers.com. They're all right there. You can check out right on the website. We'll get you an email, let you know when we're going live. You can still watch us on YouTube. All that stuff happens. A great process. CK and the team have spent a lot of time getting that bad boy right, and definitely a fun one, easy one to work with, man. The site for sure. But museum collection, one of my staple products every year, man. It's definitely one of the nicer card stocks as far as Topps goes. I do like the idea of the 4 mini boxes within the one hobby box, where you're getting one auto, one autographed relic, one relic, and one quad relic, with a couple of different types of case chases too that are out there, as far as I think there's like a authenticated autograph relic, stuff like that, and a bunch of cool stuff. And then
Your jumbo cards too.
Yeah, the jumbo jersey autos, all that kind of stuff. All those things, when it comes out to being a little better than what you're pulling from, Update or Chrome, because you're not getting the big stuff. But definitely these patch cards, these autos, some of them are straight fire. Looking to rip the first half case tonight. So if you want to grab some teams, Nation, I think we're getting close to halfway. So check it out, Nation. It's right there on the Facebook group, or like I said, right there, cardbreakers.com. What was the other new release? Hoops, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
Hoops,
next other release is Hoops. Hoops is literally right there on our group too. Check that out. We have 6 teams left.
Teams left in that one, yeah.
We have 5 teams left. My apologies. Yeah, we have 5 teams left, ready to rip. I personally always loved Hoops. When I first started getting into breaks and stuff, I did hop into a lot of NBA Hoops during the LaMelo years. I have a couple of NBA Hoops LaMelo. I did it last year too. I have a couple of Keegan Murray's. Yeah, no, Hoops is one I always hop in. Hoops is just a nice, cheap break to get into.
Yeah, and it's your first shot at pro uni for all these guys. So, this is the first time you're getting Wemby in a Spurs uniform. It's the first time you're getting the Sharp brothers in pro unis. So that's why Hoops is always fun. Definitely one of the products that might not have
Thompson brothers.
Yeah, the Thompson brothers is what I meant. The upside as far as card values might not be there, but it's where you can go jump in a quarter case and get a big team like the Spurs, where you're getting close to 1,000 cards for like $90 on the high end teams, and like 15 to 20 on your low end teams. It's a chance for you to build up. If somebody that just likes to collect your team, the freaking Cavs, I think, are $25. You could turn around and get the Knicks for $20, and you're getting 5 boxes. Sneaky stuff in there. There's some sneaky vet autos you could pull from there as well. I believe we looked at the checklist. Curry's in there. There's some wild stuff that you could pull from them,
A lot of
and
Curry.
only have it. Yeah.
Another one I noticed that was in there was there's a lot of Giddy. You don't want to pull Giddy right now. Giddy's you don't want to pull Giddy.
Yeah. Unless you get a Giddy to 15, that's the card probably gonna hold some value. Shout out to Josh Giddy, bro.
no shout out to Josh.
No
Giddey.
shout out to Josh.
No
Giddy,
shout out to Josh Giddy. What the hell? Nah, that's I woke up Thanksgiving Day seeing that shit, and I was just like, oh my god, it's another Karl Malone. Yeah, no, that
Franco,
was.
he took a page out of the Wander Franco playbook, man.
I saw TikTok before, and somebody actually made like a quote unquote custom card of Karl Malone, Wander Franco, and Josh Giddey. They're quick with this shit. They're so quick with it. It's insane.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's too funny. So yeah, we're gonna go to this segment for the players that we usually talk about. And this I did 2 NBA, 2 NFL this time. We're gonna go with the NFL first. I'm gonna go with Dak Prescott. I'm gonna go specifically with the 2016 Silver Prism number 231 PSA 10. The pop is 1457 on this card. In the last 3 months, over 61 sales. This card has gone down 15.11%. The current price is at $156.33, with the average hovering around 159. So it's about what it should be in the last 3 months. In this time frame, the card has seen a high of 210 and a low of $91. Dak currently leads the league in most touchdowns thrown with 23, and he is actually throwing it at a 70% completion rate, which is currently a career high. Dak Prescott is having a very good year this year, obviously. He is being held down by an amazing defense, and that pains me to say the Giants fan. He is being held down by a straight amazing defense. I see the numbers there with Dak. Maybe they make it to an NFC championship this year. Maybe they're looking good. They might
be prepared to get the Snapchat from Danny where you say that and he has that played back.
Danny's not watching this right now.
I'm sure he'll watch it. He'll clip that.
They might. I don't know. I think Dolly Parton might have given him a little bit of moxie. If you're, I think Dolly Parton might have given that team a little bit of fight for the last 7 to 8 games of the season. That was that was a cool halftime show that Dolly Parton won. But Jack Harlow won. I don't know what the hell was going on there. That was
horrible audio, man. They couldn't. You couldn't even hear him in the stadium. That was
they did that man. So they did Jack Harlow dirty. They did Jack Harlow dirty
for sure.
Funny. So
Dak, I'm surprised. I'm surprised. You said 150 average median for the PSA 10 silver.
Yeah.
Wow. And that's been flat for like the last. That's slightly surprising to me. I would think with a big market team like the Cowboys, this guy is realistically your franchise quarterback, so he's gonna be there for at least another couple of years, probably. And when he gives you these spurts of greatness, like, sorry to say it, but against your Giants, where he's putting up 40 points consistently, and a couple other teams with these big games, but then you see the weakness, like when they lose to the Cardinals, like, they haven't
beat like an amazing team this year is the thing too. They haven't beat like that, like a top team. They've been just like kind of shitting on.
They're 7-3. I mean, they're not doing bad, but I want more consistency. I guess that's probably why his cards are staying kind of flat, is he's not being consistently good. But I mean, with the year that he's having, I mean, if you're able to pick one up around the $100 mark and they do make it to the playoffs, there's probably some easy, quick money there, because you know how the fair weather fans are always going to pop out when they're into the playoffs. And the guy that's father was a Cowboys fan his whole life, but he really doesn't watch football, and now the Cowboys are in the playoffs. Those things will sell. So I like the upside.
Cowboy fans only come out twice a year. They come out during the beginning of the season and they say, "This is our year. This is the boys' year. Go boys, go Cowboys." They come out then, and then they come out in the playoffs, and then they always get bounced in the second round because they ain't
Yeah.
shit. That's always it's only two times Cowboy fans ever come out. That's the only two times. It's true though, and I'm
No, I
not wrong.
definitely agree. Definitely agree.
I've been seeing a lot of Eagles bandwagon fans this year, but that's neither here or there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another card that I'm going to talk about, we're going to talk about a wide receiver. We're going to talk about Tyreek Hill. His 2016 Silver Prism number 296 PSA 10. This pop is 454. In the last 3 months, this card has seen an insane amount of growth, Tom. It has been up 125.54% over the last 25 sales. The current price is 325. The average is 207 in that time frame, with the high price being currently what it is now at 325 and the lowest at 144. As of this podcast right now on November 24th, he leads the league in receiving yards at 1,222. He's been lighting it up this year in Miami, and he's going to be for sure first ballot Hall of Famer. I mean, whoever got that card at $144, kudos to you. Kudos to you. This is a card I think that's going to hold a lot of value.
Hold for sure. Do I think there's any more upside of this? Probably not. But I'm surprised.
I think there could be more upside. I think there could be a little bit more upside if he gets 2,000 yards. If he gets to 2,000 yards and they make a deep playoff run, there is definitely upside here.
Right, but it's like if you were to show me, say, listen, I got a Dak Prescott PSA 10 or I got a Tyreek Hill PSA 10. Which one do you want? You can have whichever one you want. I'm probably taking Dak. I would take the QB
Tyreek.
run.
I would take Tyreek. That's the first ballot Hall of Famer right there. He already has championships. He's probably going to win another championship with Miami if they keep it up.
Right. Who is it? I think Anthony Chip pulled the Tyreek Hill double 10 out of 2022 Prism Tyreek Hill auto. Double 10'd it. So yeah, I mean, I guess
that was a hit parade. That was already double 10.
Sure. Huh?
That was a hit parade that was already double 10.
Yeah, but it's still pop one. Like something like that's dope.
Sure,
but,
yeah.
I mean, I definitely see it, but again, to hear a skill position player making more value than a quarterback that's not horrible. If you were comparing Tyreek Hill to Zach Wilson, that's a different story. But Dak Prescott, like you said, he's got a good enough team around him all the time. I would figure that at least the Dak rookie PSA 10 would be able to outpace the Tyreek Hill. So, like I said, I think there's upside on Dak. Tyreek Hill, I don't think there's a ton of upside. It's all going to, at this point, if you're buying at this price, it's all going to be about timing. It's either you're going to sell it in that 1 week or 2 weeks in the year where it's like, okay, this is the hottest point in the market, and then I'm sitting on it again until it happens again. Like, I think you're kind of pigeonholing yourself, because I think if you hold out, again, Tyreek Hill injury in 2 years, like you could buy a huge dip on that guy. But yeah, that's kind of mind blowing. Up 125%, man. I wish I would have had more Tyreek Hill. And I realized we were up 125%.
Yeah, no, that's insane. That's like that's madness, if you ask me.
Yeah. So that means a year ago you were getting that card for $100.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he is a cheetah,
and,
so
yeah, he is a cheetah. Yeah, so now we're gonna go into the NBA section of it. I'm gonna go with KD. I'm gonna go with Kevin Durant. His 2007 Topps Chrome number 131. The pop is 1050. In the last 6 months, has seen a shocking drop of minus 26.37% over 83 sales. The current price is at 960. The average has been 994.84. The high price being 1525 and the low being 750. And I'm very shocked about this because he's second in the league in scoring at 31.4 points a game. He's shooting 52% from the field and 52% from the three. He's averaging 7.1 rebounds and 5.5 assists with 1.2 blocks a game and 0.7 steals. Anything Kevin Durant you're holding long term, obviously, what for when he retires and all that shit, and when he gets into the Hall of Fame. He's one of the greatest basketball players of all time. He's probably going to go down as a top 10 player of all time if we are going to be completely honest here. He just has to probably win another ring that's, not with the Warriors, and I'll cement his legacy a little bit further. But yeah, watching the NBA, I've never seen a player like Kevin Durant. So
No, I agree. Um, you said he's down 20%?
he's down 26.37%.
Might be a good time to buy. Who knows?
I
So
know
yeah,
my
I mean,
brother is
I'm
not
not a huge,
he's
huge
not
NBA
sitting
guy.
on this one. Yeah.
You're my
My
NBA
brother's sitting
connoisseur.
on one of these cards. My brother is sitting on one of these cards right now. Not this one, but he's sitting on the Topps Chrome green foiled 250. I don't know what my
Supersonics
brother.
too, man. That's the best part is you get the Supersonics throwback on any of his rookie stuff.
Hell yeah. Even Westbrook too. I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
you get
yeah.
Westbrook too. Westbrook too. Yeah, no, KD's been lining up to start the year. Him and LeBron. It's been an old man's league so far. It's been an old man's league with a little young cats going crazy, like my boy Shea. Shout out Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. I love that. I love that kid. But we are still going to speak about the OGs. I'm going to talk about Steph Curry. And I'm going to talk about the 2009 Topps number 321. This is his most famous rookie card. If you're getting a Steph Curry rookie card, this is the card to get. I'm talking about this card raw. I'm not talking about this card PSA 10 because this card PSA 10, this is when it starts to get very out of hand. Over the
Yeah,
last
you're in
six
the
months,
five digits. You're in the tens of thousands just on the
it's
base.
yeah, the base PSA 10, I think I saw like 6K, 7K, something around
Yep.
there.
Yep.
Over the last 6 months, there's been 11 sales. The rate of growth on the card has been 31.58%. And this is just all on that. This is just raw. The current price is $700. The average has been 569.64. The high in this time frame has been 884, while the low price has been 274. I'm assuming the 274 somehow be messed up with the card because of rookie. I don't know if I'm even gonna count that sale. I'd have to actually look at the card. I didn't have enough time to look
Yeah.
at it. This year, he is currently averaging 29.4 points a game while shooting 47.9% from the field, 43.7% from the three, which is about his average. And he's averaging 4.7 boards and 3.8 assists. Well, I'll just say this. Anything Steph Curry, you're going to hold, obviously. He is the second best point guard of all time. So, yeah. He's not the best. He's the second best.
Yeah, and I mean, just look at the price of the 2009 Topps hobby box. It's like 18K. It was a $50 box when it came out. It's like 18 grand to get the box for a shot. And the big thing about those is the fact that the superfractor has never surfaced
Oh,
for
yeah.
Steph Curry. So you got a friend that's got one of these boxes hanging out in the bottom of his closet. Maybe knock him out and take it and see if there's any good in there.
Because
Because
we're
I
not
mean,
promoting. No, we are not promoting that. We're not
the
We're not promoting
superfractor.
that. We're not promoting that. Like we're not promoting Josh Giddey. We're not promoting
Yeah,
either of those
yeah.
things.
The superfractor is going to be a multi-million-dollar card. I mean, you're the rookie superfractor. You're easily talking somebody's offering you $1 million raw, let alone
Easy.
graded. Easy. So, shout out to the nation. Let me know if we get a 2009 Topps Chrome hobby box, and I'll have to put the Golden State Warriors at like 15K, and then we'll just do the rest of the break at a couple $100 a team and get that bad boy done. Let me know. We'll make it happen if somebody's ready to buy Golden State. But yeah, man, it's wild. Like you said, anything Curry you got that you've picked up along the way, especially rookies, you've been holding it for 10 years already, anyways, because you would have sold it early on, been kicking yourself in the freaking kicking yourself that you did it. You look at this card and you're like, everybody was, I forget who was the other big rookie that year. Tracy
Ricky
Grady or
Rubio.
something. I don't even know, but everybody was like,
That
nobody even
shit.
cared. Nobody even cared about him. It was like, okay, it's this little kid showing up. Like, people weren't expecting a whole ton from him. I mean, he was good, but then he just lit up the league and has continued to light up the league for years to come. So, if you're still holding rookie stuff, you got it probably early on if you were smart, or you're buying it because you're looking at I'm just gonna bulk up on these guys that I know are first ballot Hall of Famers, and these guys that are gonna go down as greatest players of all times. And if you've got Curry, I probably wouldn't be selling it now. But if you can get lucky and find one of these raw ones for $200 and take a stab on it on eBay and win, then by all means do that stuff. Start grading some cheap stuff if you can. I'd just be bidding. I'd be shill bidding not shill bidding, but I'd be bidding up on these cards trying to see if I can get lucky to get enough of a good a deal. Put a $300 max bid or something and just walk away. And if it ends up happening, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But yeah, there's definitely some serious upside potential with his stuff, especially long term, man.
Yeah, no, for sure, for sure. I saw CK was sneaking around a little bit on Twitter on Twitter for a second.
He was just
That's
clipping
funny.
through the pictures, yeah.
Yeah, he's just going. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna go to our top 5 hits, go into our picks, and then we're gonna let you guys have a great rest of your night here.
Yeah, man. I know you already told me yours.
Yeah, exactly. And we'll get there. We'll get there, baby. All right, so for the top 5 hits of the week, at number 5, we have the Jared Goff Peacock that we pulled out of Mosaic Choice. It's just a peacock. That's all I got to say. It's a nice card. Jared Goff has been lighting it up. Last 2 games haven't been too great, but it is what it is. It's a long season. They'll bounce back. Not really too worried about the Lions.
Mm.
This card could definitely have some value to it, especially if they do win a Super Bowl this year. And sell it as a Super Bowl winning year card. So can't hit on that. And then at number 4, we have the Golden Debuts Jordan Addison auto to 99. I know Jenny pulled that one. Shout out to Jenny. Anything Jordan Addison has also been going up because Jay Jett has been out. Jay Jetta might come back Monday. We'll see. For my fantasy team, I hope he does. But if not, I'm not gonna bitch and complain about it. Some of these people that actually message people because of their fantasy teams, stop doing that. You're psychotic. Stop doing that. That's weird. That is really weird. And then at number 3, we pull this out of Hit Parade. Tua Tagovailoa Obsidian RPA. This card, obviously, straight nasty. Anything Tua you're gonna want right now. They just manhandle the Jets. Sorry, CK. I know you're crazy, but sorry, bro. They manhandled the Jets. Not sure what this one was number 2, but nice little 2-color patch here with the orange
49, I believe.
Was that out of 49. And then at number 2, we have the T-Law Neon out of 10 from Elements. This was another one out of Hit Parade.
Yep.
Anything T-Law, like I said with Tua, you're gonna want. I love Trevor Lawrence. I think the dude's a baller. The Jags are a kind of an underrated team this year, in my opinion. They have been a little bit but I think they could turn around and make some more in the playoffs. AFC's a bloodbath. And then at number 1, my favorite card that we pulled a while, the Anthony Richardson booklet, 1 out of 2, out of Origins rookie jumbo autographs booklet with the Nike swoosh. This card is absolutely disgusting. CK pulled it. And yeah, this might be one of the top hits out of Origins, if not the top hit.
Yeah, and for those of y'all looking at the card, it is not coming out of the holster. The patch is not coming out. I think it's part of the glove. And that's where the stitching is for the glove. So I know it looks a little rough when you look at it from the side. But that's actually, it's all in there and it's all tightly tucked in there. But yeah, absolute fire, man. CK ripped that. I was like, I think me and Dan were at bowling. It was like, wow, that was a monster hit, man. Like you said.
Oh yeah, he probably put on Danny's birthday.
Yeah.
Put on Danny's birthday. Shout out to Daniel the Nathaniel the Smitty doing the gritty.
Hopefully be on next week's show.
He will be on next week's show. I'm forcing him on next week's show. All right. So for our picks, Tom, I'll let you go first. Who are you picking?
Woo! I looked really quickly. I did like the Chargers over Baltimore at plus 150. Yeah, I'm always a sucker for you're laughing. I get it. I'm not laughing.
It's hard.
I need the Ravens to regress a little bit as a Browns fan, so I'm kind of hoping and betting on it. The other
Chargers lost me a
one,
lot of money last week, dude. I don't want
they
to talk
did, me
about
too.
it. Oh,
And then the other one I kind of like is Tampa Bay over the Colts. To be
I'll
sneaky,
tell
if
you
I'm
exactly
taking,
who I like.
I know who you like.
I like Tommy DeVito against the Pats. I love Tommy DeVito. I need me some chicken cutlets in my life, man.
I knew
Shout
that was
out,
coming, bro.
shout out to Tommy D, bro. Shout
Put
out
your
to
dad.
Tommy D, Tommy DeVito. Straight Paisan. Hey, I'm walking. Yeah.
I'm just waiting for
Yeah.
they had him at the pickup line for his mom to pick him up and take him home from the game on Sunday.
I don't blame him. It's expensive as shit to live in Jersey. I don't blame him for living at home with his mother. I don't blame him one bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he did decent against the Washington Redskins, as I still call them. I don't call them the Commanders. I don't know. Can't get down with it. I
Hey,
know
he's
it's their
got more
team name.
multi-passing touchdown games than Kenny Pickett this season.
And he's the first Giants quarterback to throw 3 touchdowns in a game since 2019. I swear to God, I'm not joking. He's been better than Daniel Jones. So I mean, you know what?
Hey,
Shit.
he's your $40,000 man. All right.
He actually does get paid $40,000 a game, I'm pretty sure, which is the funnier part.
Yeah, yeah.
As opposed to $40 million to Daniel Jones, who, we all know what happened with him. We'll see. I don't know. I don't even know if we're gonna get Caleb Williams. We might not have a bad enough record, but you know what? You know who I'm liking? I'm liking that Jaden Daniels kid out of LSU.
Mhm.
I'm liking Jaden Daniels. He reminds me of like of a Richardson type, raw, but he's a little bit more defined than him. But I like just the pure athletic ability. I like that a lot.
Definitely not hating what I'm seeing in college for our potential 2024 draft class. Um, so yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to be some big chases with Caleb
You
and
got Bo Nix, you got
Bo Nix. Yeah,
Caleb, you got Drake May, you got the dude I just said, Jaden Daniels. There's other people. You got the Penix kid. There's
yep.
a lot of quarterbacks coming out next year. There's a lot of quarterbacks coming out next year.
The only problem
Let's
with
just
the
hope
is
it. Let's just hope it doesn't blow up in our face like 2021.
yeah, I mean, the only thing is I think a lot of these guys coming up this year, except for maybe one or two, are probably going to be second stringers. You don't really see anybody struggling at quarterback right now that's like, hey, I have to get rid of this guy. Or the guys that
Oh,
want to get rid of those guys, they can't afford to get rid of them. Like the Browns would love to get rid of Deshaun Watson. They can't afford to. Your Giants would love to get rid of Danny Dimes right now. They just really can't afford to.
we can get
So
out of it next year. We can't get out of it this year.
right. So with whatever those moves end up being between now and
He's
then,
gonna be the day one starter next year, regardless, in my opinion. Even if we do draft a quarterback, he is going to be the day one starter. It's just a matter of if we draft a quarterback, how long is it going to take for them to actually
right.
play.
And that's exactly what I'm thinking with half of this draft class from 2024 is these guys, maybe not second stringers, but they're going to definitely get some time behind some veteran quarterbacks before we
Yeah,
see
no,
anything
people
from
like
them.
Drake May and Caleb Williams, though, they're starting off the rip.
Right, exactly.
They're starting off the rip, in my opinion.
Yep.
All right,
Awesome.
Nation, that's going to wrap up another episode of Beyond the Breaks. Like I said, if you're watching on YouTube, please give us a like or a subscribe. It helps a lot with the algorithm and all that stuff, gets it out to more people. And like I said, man, if you want to join the Facebook group, the link is in the description. The link is also in the video below us. We'll be adding the website too in the description. And like I said, if you guys are not in the Facebook group and you want to hop in a break, you can still get a team off of the website.
Yep. Awesome Nation again. Thanks guys for tuning in. We'll see y'all next week.